Welcome Behind the Bots, the It's Finals Right Now episode. Hi, all. Behind the Bots, 237 November NHRL recap with Buzz-kill driver Liam King from Cincinnati, Ohio, and Bowie, Maryland. This is Behind the Bots, the podcast that brings you the stories and the people behind the bots. I'm Jake.
And I'm Brandon.
And today on the podcast, our interview with commentator, gamer, Buzz-kill driver Liam King. We'll wrap up the show with this week's installment of Robots Around the World. If you like our show, please rate us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, TuneIn, Castbox Player, FM, and Podbean, and follow us on Facebook at Behind the Bots, and tell a friend. We appreciate your support. We love streaming, so it's a good time. What's been going on this month? Looking forward to December. Brandon, tell me.
All right. So a lot of things happened this month. A big part is that I was out of the country, so I just came back very recently.
Welcome back, Brandon. Brandon was in Japan. He had a great time. He was sending me beautiful photos of Japan the whole time.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Hopefully no one gets angry at me for that. Anyway, but as a result, we kind of flew right by most of November, with the main exception of November NHRL, which we can talk to Liam about. And so I want to recap and look forward to December. So for December, we have a lot of robots fighting. Actually, among all the open events in the United States and Canada, which seems to be the majority that we can view, there will be 397 robots competing in classes from 30 pounds to fairy weights. There'll be competitions in the United States in states such as Utah, New Jersey, Texas, Colorado, California, North Carolina, and then Canada will be the one great big event that we all know and love in Ontario, known as Bot Brawl. But come back to the United States, the big highlight for the month is going to be G-Scroll's Seasonal Smackdown in Bridgewater, New Jersey, where there'll be 128 robots in the beetle-weight, ant-weight, and plastic ant classes. Outside the open classes for the month, there will be the NHRL Finals, where we, as it us three, we competing for the 3-pound, 12-pound, and 30-pound titles with a prize pool of, I just figured this out via the math, $57,000. Jake, that's a lot of money. Oh my gosh. That's a lot.
That's a lot of money for throwing it away on robots, you know. That's a lot of Just Cuz products right there.
I found out that if I win the 30-pound division, I will still be broke. But
yes, anyways. Yeah, no one is going black. That's true. And we're all in the red permanently.
No, we are all permanently in the red, and yet we do it for the love of the game because we could not do it elsewise. But if you want to check out the event, check out NHRL's website, obviously for further details, and obviously check out their YouTube page for next weekend, December 6th, I believe, starting at, I think it's somewhere between 9, 10 a.m., however they do it. Their stream's always late a little bit, but definitely check it out and get details on this event, so besides NHRL, and other events at robotcombatevents.com, buildersdb.com, and bristolbotbuilders.com for events based in Europe and the UK. And now, our interview with Liam King, driver, builder at Buzz-kill.
Hi, Liam. How are you?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Good. Good to have you on.
Good.
Final stressing, all as right. You know.
Yep. No. Yeah. I'm here at the Honey Crack shop right before this, doing the finals grind. Right after this, I'll be continuing doing the finals grind. It's real. It's hate week. Gotta make sure all the configs are prepped and all my, loose ends are tied up.
Yeah. Before we jump into robot combat stuff, because that's what we're here to talk about, tell us a little bit about you. What were you doing before robot combat? How did you get into it?
So before robot combat, I did other robots, primarily FRC and FTC. Zoe's been in, I don't remember the numbers. Zoe's been my mentor for many, many, many years. I think first when I was in like 7th grade, and I did like FTC. And yeah, so that's how I kind of got started. And since then, I went onto our FRC team here in Southern Maryland, Team 836, the RoboBees. I feel like that's where I don't know. I have a lot of fond memories there. I definitely learned a lot, and that's where I like really, really fell in love with, robots and the sort. And then we've started combat over COVID. We just did like a one-off event with like a lot of us, and then the rest is history. Eventually, Zoe went to NHRL, started Honeycracked. I was the first Honeycracked student. Now I'm help run the show, I guess, kind of. Well, I'm kind of Maryland most of the time now, but over the summer I help out a lot more with Honeycracked. But yeah, that's kind of the Liam origin.
Cool. So what was how long did you do FRC for?
I did FRC. My first season was my freshman year in high school when I played 2019. The game, it was like space themed. I didn't really have a big impact like on the robot or anything, but it was just, I don't know. I love the strategy behind everything and all the robots. I on the team, I ended up having a big role in like the strategy, which, I guess kind of comes to help me in combat right now, while I'm planning out a lot of my matchups. But yeah, and then just going to the World Championship and being on I'd say a pretty good team, and then competing against even better teams. It was great. And then eventually, unfortunately, I didn't get to be on FRC for as long as I had wanted during my time in high school just because of COVID. But during my senior year, where we ended up winning like our district championship, that was great. I ended up then kind of like over college, just kind of transitioning naturally into combat, primarily because, I'm in college. And I think combat and FRC honestly pair pretty well together. A lot of our students that do FRC are like star FRC students are also, stars on Honeycracked. Mm-hmm. And just because, FRC, it's much more of a system engineering project. You got to make sure you work with everybody and, everything meets deadlines. Whereas combat honestly helps round, people a lot more because you're there for every step of the project. And, if something goes wrong, then it's probably was your fault. There was no putting it on somebody else. Yes. So you got to kind of learn from your mistakes and you kind of become very well-rounded. And I think that's honestly, I said a lot of our high school members do it as well, but it's honestly pretty good for college as well. At least me being at University of Maryland in a leadership position at the Leatherbacks, we see a lot of transition from FRC to college, because honestly I feel like that's a lot of what college is. Kind of get to see how far you go. You're on your own, and you get to really to discover yourself. And I feel like combat really helps with that, because everybody, no matter what, nobody starts out a champion. You first robot probably gets blown up multiple times, but you make your way up. And I don't know. That's a lot of what we try to get our members to do. How
is the scheduling different for FRC? So you guys compete how many times a year, and then what does the preparation for that look like? Because with Norwalk, it kind of feels like you're constantly growing, constantly improving. It's very much a rolling over event. Improvement. What is FRC like in terms of the season?
FRC, it's different because FRC has like a very an on season and an off season. The on season lasts for about 4 or 5 months. But during the on season for FRC, it's way more intense than combat on season. It's literally every single day going to the shop, pulling or at least as a student that contributed a lot towards the team, 6 to 9 hours every single day, late nights after school. It's definitely intense. I definitely say that it helps, build very, very good students. Like the students that survive this gauntlet and come out of it, top tier.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, massive difference, especially when I meet like students that come out on that I know did FRC in college. Massive difference. But like, yeah, it's so intense. But I don't know. And then you also get like kind of a long break between like the seasons. So you definitely need that break. I like going like if I were to do like the intensity of FRC that I do with combat, like that's just not sustainable. Like I'd be even more crazy,
Yeah, right.
But it's like,
Crazy.
yeah. I'm definitely happy taking a bit of a break from FRC. Definitely whenever I graduate, there's a decent chance I'll be helping out with the FRC team because I do still love it. And, I kind of grew up on the RoboBees. The RoboBees were there when I was in high school when I didn't have a lot of many other places to go. So that place is definitely my home, and I definitely would love to contribute back there. But right now I'm enjoying the combat in my new home.
Well, I'm glad to see it UMD personally.
Yes.
The Leatherback's golden age currently, man. What a ride.
Yes.
I remember the days where like Warlock was the only one that got torn in half and put on repeat for every second on NHRL.
That's a crazy throwback.
Yes.
Old heads know Warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever we have a little basically, Maryland, they've got like basically a large shed for a lot of the engineering engineering competition teams. And we've got a little space in there. And then sometimes, whenever we have like new members and stuff like that, they'll see like the corpse of Warlock and they'll be like, what's that? And we're like, shh, quiet. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. That's our past. You see, you gotta look forward. But yeah, no, Leatherbacks is
to us.
yeah. No. So yeah, Leatherbacks have been great. It's been great, like working with a lot of the people there. Honestly, I've met some of the best friends like I've ever had, like that aren't like virtual. Like I love the greater community of combat, but just I've loved working on robots and then going to dinner. Especially now, we actually have an apartment where like the majority of us are Leatherbacks officers. Dude, the combat robotics apartment, like college apartment, it goes so hard. We got like our tables.
Are there pictures? Where can I can find pictures of your channels, right?
Yeah, going. Oh yeah, I can see if I can find one. But dude, the apartment is great. We got our our RGB lights up, and we got like all of our tables, all of our workspaces, and we got our 3D printers. We have a total of we have like 6 printers on display not on display, like in our apartment, like common area. Only like 4 of them really see use. I got one roommate who just hoards a bunch of more printers, but whatever. But yeah, it's great, especially whenever we need to like mass produce parts for the Leatherbacks. We'll have like all 4 of them going. It's great. It's great.
Would that be in school or in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no,
we can use
they're not in here. I definitely remember you sending a picture of the inside.
Sent one.
This apartment, this single apartment is going to be legendary. I already know it. Like the people are going to look back in 10 years. They're going to be like, "You lived in Liam King's apartment together."
Well, the thing is, so technically speaking, not all of us in the apartment are in the same like.
Oh yeah, here
we're gonna graduate at different times. So technically speaking,
it's an
technically speaking, if one of us graduates and then we move in another Leatherbacks officer. Oh yeah, that was the
here
original.
we go. So this is what? This is the plant
The
cage
test box in
just
the middle.
in the middle.
Okay, so that was the
Both
original
love
setup. That's
seats
when everything.
shoved over to the side. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yes. We do have a test box as well. It's rated for. We can test plants and ants in it. We can do weapon spin ups for beetles, but it's a bit sketchy to do driving
Sure.
and also weapon. Here,
Okay,
let me send you here. This is the updated picture. My roommate watching the stream just sent me this picture. It's a little bit messier.
Oh my gosh. This is a hole.
So you can see yeah, you can see right there. Okay, it's not
This
as
is
bad.
so-
Oh my gosh.
What?
You can see
I mean, it's perfect though, but also, man.
Yeah.
Go on.
Prime Madness. We've got our wheel casting set up like in that round
Oh
table.
the
You know.
wheel casting
We got
power.
we moved our cage to the corner. We got
This is a couch that you're not using, so you've stacked.
Yeah, we
the
needed to make
pillows
more room
on
for
top.
more robots.
That's so
Yeah.
horrible, dude. That's so.
Is this the male
we
fantasy?
couldn't get.
Is this
this-
the male
we
fantasy?
tried to see if
It's
they
disgusting.
could like, take the couch back, but
That's
yeah,
crazy.
dude,
Take the
this is
couch back.
prime robot like building, environment.
Dude, this is elite.
This is like the Fight
I don't think
Club
anyone can
house,
realize
but
it.
robot combat. This is so gross.
Uh-huh.
And you haven't
Yeah.
even mentioned like the effect of all of this, because I know, because of course I see
This
you
is
all and I get to
crazy.
suffer through all of this. But the amount of grinding Leatherbacks has done because of all of this testing that you do both
Oh my god.
in your apartment as well as in local events, like exponential rise in like Leatherbacks plants. Like you can sort of
Yes.
talk
Oh
about
my
that
God.
growth even
How-
more there.
How it feels to
So-
try hard plants. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love
wow.
tryhard
That's
implants.
crazy.
But yeah, we honestly, I've been really enjoying going to a lot of the more local events with like plants and beetles and ants.
Mhm.
Like, to be completely honest, I feel like it kind of like I was getting a little bit burnt out after like kind of like June-ish of last year.
Mhm.
But like going to a lot of the local events definitely like reinvigorated that spark and just kind of like competing with friends and people in the community. But yeah, I've been enjoying that a lot. We've definitely been, picking up trophies. We have quite the collection now.
Yeah.
We definitely need a shelf, but yeah. Oh, and I guess I never mentioned it, but for those of you who don't know, so there's me, and then there's Owen Liang. He is the builder of Equinox, and I don't know if those of you in Maryland, his plant is Pachyderm. And then the other goober is Mitchell Wofler. He is the builder of Redshift. He's also our glorious treasurer. He helps us, buy things. So, yep, that's the crew. We're definitely looking to go, bigger. I think I've recently been trying to convince Mitchell to build a 12-pound version of Redshift, which I think he's been a bit active in the Discord about. Yeah, well,
no.
He
okay,
was
so
asking today about it.
yes, so this started. I mean, it's been in the talks for like a little bit, but I definitely I tried to push him towards actually doing it a few days ago after he got back from Sword, because he had some issues with his hub motor on the Beetle, but it's like sometimes the hub motor works and he's got like some fixes, and he's like, I kind of want to do like a pulley setup for the Beetle, and I'm like, let's just spend the effort and make the 12. It'll be glorious. So the 12 will be great. Also, the big thing that made us want to do the 12 is seeing Xenomorph. Dude, that robot, I love that robot.
Yeah.
That robot's so good. Like, because the thing is that there aren't really any like power verts in 12s. Like, for the most part, it's like the 12s, it's all been kind of like, a lot of the verts are like the more square kind of form factor, 4-wheel drive verts.
Mhm.
Primarily, I think remnants, or not remnants, but like, a lot of people from Bots IQ, because, OGs, you got Promheta and Yob and Carmen and them. But like, and I feel like in 3s and in 30s, it's been a lot of tower verts. You know, you got Reach Wars, but that hasn't really come to 12. But now you got Xenomorph here, like a honestly very for like its first like 2 showings, a very competitive tower vert, and it's kind of like I don't know, we may see a meta shift.
Yeah.
But we got Xenomorph there.
I was literally just about to pull it up.
I know.
This feels like such a big this fight, like watching it felt like such a big shift. It was so unexpected for a robot that, you know, has seen 2 events to like come out and hit so hard. I don't mean to like totally detract, but let's
Xenomorph versus Promheta.
For
those audio listeners out there.
So Xenomorph versus Promheta. This was at the November event, which Liam ended up winning. We'll talk about that, but
we'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to dive down this rabbit hole real quick? I mean, we can.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just Reach War. It seems like Xenomorph was just able to just, you know, has bigger weapon diameter than Promheta, was able to hit the certain parts that Promheta couldn't hit back. But yeah, we really want to capitalize or kind of like.
Oh my gosh!
You know,
I've not seen this.
Have you not seen this fight yet, dude? It's
I thought I watched more of November, but I clearly did not watch enough November.
No, it's crazy.
Dude, that's nut, bro. It's not.
Yeah, and he gets him in this like house bot triangle. Which this is
he's in hell.
This is
he's in
hell.
Yeah, that's
you are correct. This is hell.
That's awful.
That
is hell.
Yeah, stuck in that corner that it's a perfect size. Because like the 30s can't fit back in that corners, but the 12s absolutely can get smashed in those corners, dude. So there's a couple things that are really helping this robot out. The first thing is, like, in my opinion, like geared drive on it is so good. I've been running a gear drive for close to 2 years now, and it's just like rough, reliable. I mean, it just takes hits, takes impacts, because you're keeping the force off the motor. Even though the motor doesn't clutch out, like when you take an impact, you're not putting any stress on the shaft, the cans, the magnets, the same way you are like when a pulley stretches. You know, a pulley can put load on that, right? This is its weakness, though. So if he makes a big red shift, he needs to not do this. Like what is happening now.
To be fair, I think like every other tower vert kind of has better answer to it. And I think just because David's just has a new robot, he just hasn't gotten to that point of it yet.
It's
but
just
like,
new.
100% guarantee. Like version 2 is going to be monstrous. I think for Redshift 12, you to get a mirror match against Xenomorph probably. I imagine they're both going to evolve very similarly. Super wide stance, tall weapon, and 4-wheel drive with something to keep off the deck.
I didn't understand how good it was until it took a chunk out of my tail. I'm turning off my screen real quick. Let me pull up a picture of it. Sorry.
Yeah. He took a massive chunk out of my tie wedge too. I ended up giving it to him. I was very scared.
Yeah. Well,
good.
You go. I'm looking for pictures.
I was gonna say, like, by the bite alone of that tooth gives it a huge advantage over, I think, most verts in that class. Just because, like, it's storing huge MOI, but looking at the geometry of it, it's sort of the emulsifier type giant snail shape. So you have probably like an inch or more tooth depth, which means he just has all that ability to just go in and just hook to an insane degree, which is really bad for plastics like this where it's softer and biteable.
Yeah, so
that's a ton.
Yeah,
ton of material.
Yeah, that's damage to me. What is that? So that's him coming down on top of me, and that's it's like a bullet wound. This is the entry over here, and it mashed the material over into the belt, and then this is the exit. Like if I had not gotten him over, like that's literally the path that it took. If I had not like
that's insane.
I know. So this is all to say, going back to the original subject, like a huge like tower vert would be so cool. Like the way that Redshift is built, that would be so cool. In 12s, yeah, that would be so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, the robot was, I mean, looking back at its 2 runs, it was beaten by 2 undercutters, which are arguably like a pretty good matchup against this style of robot, since most of its weight went into just being so big. So
Yeah,
I guess he couldn't really have a wedge. But like, I could see this style of robot or just tower verts, you know, if more of them start to show up, then they could start to, you know, wreak havoc against a lot of the other styles of robots.
do you want to review this fight here? So this is actually one of Liam's fights. Not, I guess we should watch your fights. So okay, funny.
Now give us like a preamble, like Xenomorph, and now he's like, okay, now we know who he is. Now Liam.
We get it.
Yeah. Great. No, this story. We're storytelling here.
Exactly.
Okay. So before this fight, it's funny. We were. I always feel bad for David Dreyer because he never brings like a pit crew or anything. I'm like, buddy, like you know, let me know, and I'll always go down in the cage with you. And so he was like, yeah, dude, I totally want that. So November was cool because I got to be cage side with David for 2 or 3 of his fights, which was tons of fun. Super nice guy, super awesome. He's from Northern Ohio, so there's a little bit of a bond there. And so we're walking down, and it's me, David, Liam, and then Zach walks up, and we realize we're standing there, and we realize that I'm on the side with the vert, and Zach's on the side with the horizontal, which makes no sense. It's totally reversed. So the people who are advising or who are the cage side managers for this fight made 0 sense, and it was such a funny moment between the 4 of us.
As vert master and horizontal masters, you both could do absolutely tons of good influence on the match.
Hey, well, we need to know how to beat the other style of robot. That's why we have.
What would you do right now? Tell me.
I don't know what the hell do I know about driving a vert. I literally go, "Can you try to hit him?" And he goes, "I'm trying." I literally that was the best. That was the best call out. That was the best call out I had. Look, Zach's coaching. I'm coaching. We both, neither of us know what the hell we're talking about. Nobody knows what we're talking about.
But yeah, dude, look at the beginning of this fight. Like, I try to get around him.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, and I get scared. Dude, right here. So scared.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I start to be able to get around him. Yeah. It's always the beginning of the match. It's like,
dude,
but you got to get into neutral. It's like,
right.
You know, I like to think about this like a fighting game. It's like you got neutral and advantage and disadvantage. It's like you just got to start. For me, it's like just start the fight, get out of the corner, get into a neutral state where you're just trying to either dogfight or maneuver. But it's like if you choke in that corner, it can be bad.
I've done that tons of times. It's so punishing.
Also,
it's so
like right there. That's where he just gouged out my wedge.
Where? Man,
that
throwing. But also, Liam, people did ask at least, how do you shark so well? Like a number one question.
Yes,
I've been having for you because even in this case, when you were being pinned at first, you still got around him and began doing a lot of sharking, a lot of maneuvering around the robot.
So a lot of it is practice. I do get a decent amount of practice at the Hive, and it definitely helps a lot just to make sure that being able to dial in the robot or to make it sure it drives the way I think it does, because for the most part, a lot of people don't really get to fully see the robot's capability driving with the weapon on specifically, like until at competition, but. That's been nice for Buzz-kill. Oh yeah, that was the big hit right there. My weapon stopped spinning. I got very scared. I was also very scared because I'm like, I don't want to land inverted because self-riding's a bit one of my issues right now. So yeah.
And of course, just a blade that big, grabbing your weapon and pulling it, without all support of the weapon, just the blade.
You're not spinning.
Yeah.
Could just
I run into the wall. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because you're not
But
spinning it all there.
Wow.
And so he
Buzz-kill's so small
mashes
compared to
the front.
Xenomorph.
yeah, Buzzkill's very compact. I big fan of compact robots. Being more compact means that you can put weight into just being tougher. Anyway, as we're talking about the shark circling, the other big thing that helps a lot with the shark circling is the cleats. I mean, I know you and we've talked a lot about cleats and how to make good cleats, but like specifically on a 2-wheel drive robot, cleats are really good because oh yeah, I should have done
Xenomorph
look at the camera and point.
the pog.
Yeah, poor Xenomorph just got caught on fire.
Dogged on again. So the same thing happened as in my fight. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So cleats, you gotta. It's really good on 2-wheel drive robots because more of the pressure is on 2 wheels when opposed to on 4-wheel drive robots. The pressure is being spread out amongst 4 wheels. So I think it's a lot better on 2-wheel drive robots.
Yeah.
Also, you got to make sure that whenever you're designing your cleats, don't have too many cleats. One of my things whenever somebody posts in the Discord their cleat pick and it just like the entire wheel is just covered in spikes. I'm like, less cleats. It's just like weapon design.
Yeah.
You gotta your cleat spike needs a certain amount of bite in order to bite into the ground.
Let me see if I've got some pictures of mine.
Oh yeah. And then slowly, like the cleat meta started out with 2 spikes either direction, really close to each other. I think that's what I still run on Buzz-kill, but you, Jake, you've definitely started the split spike. I've made my own split spike cleats for some of my other robots, and they do work real well. Yeah.
I just cut some. I'm gonna have to cover one set up when I screen share it because one set's a secret.
Ooh.
One set's a secret. I'm gonna show you guys
the stream, people.
Ooh.
In case I accidentally stream the secret. I don't think so. Okay, so this is the cleat profile. So for those of you watching who like to design robots, Liam and I have done a lot of back and forth, and big shout out to being able to test at the Hive. That's huge because these were actually developed when I went to the Hive to test these. So basically, I started with cleats that were like that. And what I found, and I had 8 of them, okay? And what I found is that we needed to get more bite out of them. So I went down to 4, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I found was even though I was getting better bite out of having less, it was so bumpy because you're having to go over this one and simultaneously over this one. So what we did is we split them, and now this is what drives Maximizer, and this is also, I assume you're running a very similar profile on Buzz-kill now, right?
I don't have that one on Buzz-kill yet, just because I'm still using some of my other cleats, but Zenith runs them.
Yeah.
And some other robots run them. But yeah, good. And then the other thing, specifically with that, a benefit to cleats with Buzz-kill, I don't think this is as big of a deal with Maximizer, is honestly, this is probably one of the biggest things that help the shark circle, is that cleats not only are they good at providing, extra traction, forwards and backwards, accelerating forwards and backwards, but they also provide a lot of traction side to side, which specifically means that I can turn on a dime and I don't, go drifting. So I can, have all my momentum forward, and then on a dime, I can just turn left or turn right because my cleats are preventing me from drifting.
Interesting.
And that's what helps a lot of, yeah.
I know this is the last time you won a dumpster, but for me, when I really saw your shark circle, like the patented Buzz-kill shark circle was when you won your dumpster against Hooligan.
Oh my God.
Do you mind sharing?
I was driving so well.
Yeah, you really were.
Oh yeah.
Here, let me get it started. Do you mind sharing for any beginner builders and drivers, which like the directional choice, like clockwise versus counterclockwise, based on
when it comes to shark circle. So
Yeah.
whenever, like, I mean, you'd think that you'd want to do it depending on which way the weapon's spinning. Definitely, like, usually you want to shark circle the direction that like your horizontal blade can hook around. But I honestly find that I shark circle whichever direction I need to, given in the match. I usually don't think a whole lot in the match. I just kind of drive.
I drive
Usually, but one of the times that I do, you do got to think. This is actually very important here, and I didn't fully realize this until somebody pointed it out afterwards. But if you're ever fighting a vert and one of their drive sides goes down,
this is what I wanted to get.
You should
that's what I wanted to get.
You should win that match 100% of the time, because you just need to circle them on the side. It sounds counterintuitive, on the side that their drive side's already dead, because a lot of people, they're like, oh, I got to kill the drive side that's not dead, so I want to go to that side. But whenever a vert tries to back up, their one side lifts up. So you got to circle them on the side where their live side will lift up, which is the side that their dead drive side. So circle the side that circle the side that has a dead drive side, and it's much, much more difficult for them to keep up with you. They almost have to circle around you the other way in order to try and keep up, because every time they try to keep up with you, their live drive side lifts up. So
okay.
Yeah, that's my big advice for fighting verts. So especially as a horizontal.
If he's down, which side is he down on?
Come on, red zone. Come on, red zone.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Dude, I accidentally hit download. Oops, my bad.
No.
It's all right.
So if he's down on this side, you're saying you need to go this way?
No. If he's down on the other way, yes.
You're going towards the dead
it's
side.
almost like as if you're trying to attack the side that's already dead, and that's why it's counterintuitive. Because if you attack him
here,
while you may not be able to take out the live drive side still, you're going to be winning every hit. You're going to be hitting him again and again and again. I'm trying to think of a fight after this, because I didn't fully realize.
You're going to the left right now.
Yeah, and look how he can keep up, because and now look at when I go the other way.
Oh, so you want to go? Okay, I have this drawn right.
Yeah.
No, I have that drawn right.
Because as soon as he tries to turn, the drive side,
I got it now.
Still, the drive side that's still alive is losing grip because it's lifting up.
So if they're down on the left side, you want to go clockwise or counterclockwise. But if you're
maybe I'm trying to think about it in my head. Just go circle the side, go towards the side that has a dead drive side. Also, crazy self-right right here. Every time I self-right, I don't know how I do it. I just kind of go into the avatar state and somehow self-right, but then sometimes I don't. So, if I self-right,
you're going clockwise here, and he's able to back up and keep up. But then you switch it on him, and you can't do anything. See, because he can keep up when you're going clockwise here.
Yes, correct.
Interesting. So left side counterclockwise, right side clockwise. Remember that, chat. That's huge. You're getting advice from someone nominated for best driver of the year right now. 2 times actually. You were nominated last year.
Was it?
Yeah, you definitely were. Because I definitely
absolutely
voted.
was. Because the shark, like the big moment that wants it out, things like this. Yep.
Yeah, dude. Once I pulled out the shark circle at this comp, dude, it was over. I'm like, this is. It wasn't. I felt like this was my peak. It was not. Oh, dude. Oh, this is one of my favorite Buzz-kill fights.
So this is
Buzz-kill v Psycho.
Yes,
probably the 2 fastest robots,
dude,
on the field. Yeah,
I was looking forward to this fight. Well, part of me wasn't, because I was really scared, but
yeah,
dude, this fight, it's a dog fight. we got
Interesting.
two F-18s here.
Gosh.
like,
Interesting.
trying to each get an
Gosh.
edge on each other.
So you pull out of the box here, and you immediately go
Uh-huh.
into what you're calling a neutral stance. Now that you point it out, like in your drive style, like you're at neutral right now. You know what I mean? And now
Yes.
you're
Gosh.
going into like
It's
chase
so
mode.
zoomy.
Because the thing is that I tried it, like, it's really easy to accidentally just lose a match at the beginning of the match against a vert. Because, you know, whenever a vert hits you, you go into the air, and then once they're in advantage, verts keep advantage very easily. They can ride the momentum.
Yeah.
So you just have to not let them get the momentum at the beginning of the match. And usually at the beginning of the match, it's like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot believe this isn't sped up.
Yeah. Oh my God. But yeah, so like you
Great shot
basically, for me, I'm just waiting for them to make a mistake in the typical shark circle tactic. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So like at the beginning of the match, usually it's like they have in their head, it's like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, wait for this, and they got their strategy in your mind. But like, so that's usually why it's easy to lose at the beginning of the match. But like once we're zooming all over the place, dude, you're just focusing on staying alive. So it's a lot easier to spot out whenever they make a mistake. And here, it's like, luckily I did not make a mistake this match, but as soon as I saw that Psycho presented his side to me, it was,
How do you even see that, man? I still, oh my gosh, it's insane.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
right.
Once you're locked in enough, you just see faster.
The other thing,
yeah.
I mean, I don't want to give away too many of my secrets, but like the other thing is, I almost messed up there. That was almost bad, but. The other thing is, whenever you're driving really fast and just maneuvering really fast, you kind of fighting a vert, you kind of give your opponent like two options. They can either, double down and keep the weapon speed real high, or they can try to spin down in order to keep up. But spinning down means I can win more weapon on weapon engagements.
Yeah, then it's safe to engage with them.
Yeah.
Because he lowers his RPM to keep up.
Yes.
I think another really good fight with your technique that was like textbook was Knockout 12.
Oh yeah, that was a good fight. I do get inverted in this fight, but I always like when I can win not getting inverted. Because sometimes when I do get inverted, sometimes I can just get a really good hit, like on a pulley or something like that, and that's what it ends up happening. But I hate to win that way because I feel like I got lucky. Like I want to feel like I just owned them.
Yeah.
Here I lose somehow. I lose the I'm in disadvantage right now. I do not successfully get out of the corner without getting hit.
It's such an.
I also noticed I also noticed that you had the forks on it, but you don't really like to use them. It seemed more like a defensive measure to give you a bit more space.
No, so in this version, I primarily use the forks as a way to kind of give me time to breathe, because when you're zooming all over the place, you can sometimes so you need to be very patient and very attentive, and it takes a lot of, brain power, I guess. And sometimes I just need a break. So whenever I need a break, sometimes I'll just I'll slowly drive away from them and point my forks at them, being like, okay, if you try to approach me, you're just going to get up on my forks. And it can kind of just give me a chance to reassess in the match and kind of rethink what I'm doing. Because ultimately, the way that's his.
So even though you're not using them like a thag would, you're still using them as almost as psychological.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Basically being like, hey, give me a sec here. And ultimately, it's I realize more and more whenever I'm doing my shark circle gameplay, it's really important for me to kind of like just calm down in a match, because ultimately the reason I feel like the reason I ended up losing to Promheta in February and then Carmen in June was just because I just got impatient and I just went weapon on weapon and ended up losing that. Where as against Psycho, I was incredibly cool and patient somehow. So
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
like
kind of
you-
going upside down can go either way for a horizontal man. It can either be like lethal or it can be like the best thing
way
ever. Yeah, right.
uh-huh.
I was looking at this fight, like you being up high. In this fight, it was perfect because you able to snipe the belt and then just kill the weapon and just stop from there. But other fights, I would see you and it's kind of like, all right, well now you're inverted. Let's hope the weapon doesn't get hit. And like mine and Plusle's fight, the past event, that's what happened. Weapon got torn apart. Weapon got torn off. Bolts all sheared off or head dripped off.
That was also not exactly my brightest moment. Usually, like being inverted can be like all right, like as long as you get like a good bite on them. But
this is gross.
I did not do. I did the opposite of that in mine and Puzzle.
Excellent stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a great fight. Do you want to watch one where you lose or not?
Let's watch the.
I'm not.
Whatever. Yeah, we can watch the Carmen Buzz-kill fight.
Okay.
I like that fight a lot. I end up.
Okay.
I lose this one, but this was still a great fight. I still love this fight.
All right. Carmen v. Buzz-kill.
So you're trying to get into your neutral here. I see what you're saying. You just got impatient and dove in on that wedge immediately.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that didn't end up like sealing the deal for me there, but
yeah.
Yeah. It also just doesn't help. I'm pretty sure that last competition was the first time I've ever had like a proper drive coach. I usually don't have a drive coach because, well, I feel like everybody else has their own 12s, But
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's always very helpful to help keep steady. And of course, I have Zach Knight on the opposite side of the arena. I can never get away from that man.
So is your weapon dead here? No. Why is it smoking?
Yeah. I have no idea. I thought it was belt smoke at one point, but I honestly have no idea.
A break. I see what you're saying. You're not controlling it. You're giving yourself some time.
Yeah, I had no idea what the issue was. I'm like, maybe there was an issue causing the motor to get too hot or something like that, because eventually it comes back.
Yeah,
and I'm like, we're so back.
Right.
So I'm like, at this point, I have no idea what the issue was.
Man, you
usually like if I have an idea.
Here.
Yeah, it's like normally if I have an idea of what the issue was, I can usually use that to inform my decisions, but I had no idea. But yeah, I thought I was so back there, but
if you would have landed a shot,
Carmen's a tough bot.
Yeah, if you would have landed a shot on the wheel there, but he kills your weapon at some point. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm so worried about fighting this robot.
Well,
yeah, the two top horizontal 12-pound fielders in the weight class inspecting horizontal fights. Ooh. It's always like a fun case of like great time or terrible time.
Well, so Lore, Liam and I are locked in. Oh, geez, I missed this part. Sorry,
spoiler.
I got distracted.
We don't have to look at it. We don't have to. No, I just the bearing could only take too much, and the ball bearing ended up like the inner and outer race sheared. But anyway, what you're saying?
Yeah, jeez.
Locked in.
You gave him so much feed, and you were just upside down. Yeah, see, that's where like being upside down can be like it can be the best thing ever, or it can be death, and sometimes you just don't get an option.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Because
I
looking
don't
at it,
understand how you didn't
yeah.
kill Carmen when he was upside down, man. That's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, I hit him pretty hard, but
Yeah.
it looked like I hit him pretty hard. But yeah, I don't know.
Because Liam, you have like a dead shaft on Buzz-kill, correct? It's not like a live
Yes,
shaft.
I do dead shaft. Yeah, maximizer. Live shaft, dead shaft, definitely ups and downs. Live shaft is definitely harder to pull off, but I think if you can pull it off, I think it's a little bit better. Just because, like, you know, Jake, he's got the live shaft. The weapon is welded to the live shaft, so there is like no bearing to shear. You know. Oh yeah, this one.
You'd have.
I was thinking like
you would have to remove. Let me think. You'd have to blow the pulley apart.
Yeah.
Or shear the threads on the shaft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, and that's why on my Beetle Zenith, that's why I did live shaft on it, and I've been liking it a lot.
Yeah,
it's been very nice.
Well, you get the protected
you're fighting against.
Belt.
What did you say, Jake?
Oh, I said you get the protected belt.
Yeah.
Yes, that is also nice. I guess less protected against the hammer saw, maybe, but overall, it's nice.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like with Mako and a little bit of what we saw at Buzz-kill, that control element's going to be huge, especially like your use of forks. But even this fight, Mine and Puzzle right here, this is like a prime example of control against two other strong vertical spinners that definitely want to break you.
I just want to point out what just happened there. It's easy to miss, but so basically, Mr. Matt Luther driving mine in, he sees that he's a vert and he sees that I'm inverted. So he makes, the obvious decision. He's going to try and hit me to smack off my vert. So wait, yeah, it comes up a second here.
Over him.
Like,
now I understand.
So the bottom plate gets full fed into my weapon, and I just gut the inside of the robot.
It wheelied.
That is the difficult part with the bouncy boys.
Oh, that is so unlucky.
Yeah, that was really unlucky. If that didn't happen, they would have probably won this fight. Yeah. So then that happens. Okay. So what happened there? Basically, I'm seeing red, and I'm like, okay, I've got my undercutter upside down. I'm going to try to smack into him. But then I'm like, wait, maybe this isn't a good idea. So I have a brain fart moment, and I slow down, which gives them like a no feed into the weapon. So don't do that. That's bad. But here you can see, back to what we were talking about earlier, which side to circle. Minen has a dead, Puzzle has a dead drive side here. So I know that I can always circle the side with the dead drive side, and you'll see that in a second.
Down on the left, that means you should be doing clockwise.
I don't know. I feel like you're thinking about it too hard. Just go to the side with the dead drive side.
It also works because Puzzle's inverted.
But what if you're on the wrong side? That's what I don't understand.
It's funny how you're using an inverted triangle robot to try to wedge against the the wedge invert.
You don't need the wedge. You just need a massive robot. But yeah, you can see the robot. So
because the drive side. Yep.
Yeah, I got a little bit scared there.
Oh dang.
I see. So it's not even a clockwise counterclockwise. You're just trying to approach the side with the dead side.
Yeah, I'm not doing a very good job right there. But here you can see there. Then I'm like, oh wait, I need to lock in. So then I'm like, oh wait, I just need to circle the dead drive side. And look,
there's a minute left.
Keep up. Yeah.
Golden dumpster run on the line. What's he gonna do?
And this really shows like understanding, like especially for newer drivers, understanding the judges' decisions and the way that judges' decisions work, because a new driver might see their weapon get removed and think it's hopeless. Well, understand that during JDs, like the way that multi-bots are scored, if one's fully dead, then you're at 3-3. I'm sorry. If half is dead, then that one side is fully down. Even though you've got weapon down, it's a 3-3 damage split. It's not like a 5-1 damage split, right? So like understand your judge's scoring and like factor that into your drive. It might not be hopeless, right?
Yeah, I would always want to be in a scenario with one robot with a down weapon and one robot with a down drive. I'd always want to be the one with the down weapon and have full drive.
Oh, really?
The chat is saying you're a little too quiet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's because I leaned back. I'm leaning closer to my mic.
Cool.
Because I know.
Sorry, let me lean back in.
Especially if my opponent is a vert and they have a down drive side, even if I have a down weapon, I feel like you should still be able to win that because you can just circle the side with the dead drive side, and then they can't really do anything to you.
Wow.
There it is.
Everyone in the audience thought you were screwed.
I thought I was.
Yes.
Look, it
you
wasn't
were
just the
fine.
people in the audience. I thought I was screwed too.
That's it. That's the point in technical game. That's the key.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Cram.
Son of Cram. I know this robot, dude. This robot is tough. I got the Buzz-kill right here. The tooth is gone. The tooth doesn't exist anymore. It's like it's gone.
Cram
Whoa,
was
who's the driving coach?
Oh, some guy with doesn't know anything about robots. Cram was
he was. You were still very helpful in pointing out whenever he was inverted or not inverted because the robot looks the same.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. And when I fought him, he drew the cool S on the other side, and I couldn't tell which way stop or which way was up and which way was down because the cool S was on the bottom. Yeah, it's really hard to tell with that robot when it's inverted. So like, for people who are, new drivers and new horizontal drivers specifically, like the best scenario for you is when your opponent is upside down because their weapon can't do anything to you. And typically they're weaker driving because two wheels are off the ground. Cram is a special case because A, you kind of can't tell, and B, it drives just as good upside down as it does right side up. And then the third thing is that it can roll over pretty quick too, which makes it a pretty dangerous target. So that's what Liam and I are kind of referencing here when we're talking about, I need to know if my opponent is inverted because they're so vulnerable in that state. Cram is not vulnerable in that state. So
we did lose the drive wheel guard. But man, this is so cagey because like both of you are extremely fast. So I do see the big difference I'm noticing is Cram having the gyro some, and Liam like you just don't drift at all like you were saying before. Like you just immediately pivot.
Yep. And then another thing about driving an undercutter like Buzz-kill is a lot of just getting good at driving in general is like whenever you hit them, it's not like a vert where, you stay planted and then they go into the air. Like you have no idea which direction you could bounce off of. So a lot of driving Buzz-kill is just in a split second reacting to whichever way you bounce off and just incorporating that into just a fluid motion.
Yeah.
Because if you notice when any fight where I'm driving Buzz-kill, I try to never like stand still. Like even when I'm waiting for my opponent, I'm still moving. Like you always want to keep momentum, like always keep driving.
It's like a flurry.
Yes.
It's like a cyclone. So like you're always giving potential of feed because your weapon's always spinning and you're always like going some direction. So in theory, even like an off shot could in theory do stuff like that. Where you sort of hit the side of Cram, pop it up a little bit, catch the edges of it. Earlier got a wheel off of it. In this case, he's trying to gyro away. You're still able to just like constant feed.
You're going toward the dead side every time here. Approaching the dead side, trying to get to the dead side here.
You kind of like bait him a little bit, like he's
trying to get
to the gyros, but always back in. It's such what a brilliant control bot. Love control bots, and Buzz-kill is an excellent control bot.
I know. Well, it's nice when the opponent doesn't have a wedge. I hear He might be changing that though, but we'll see.
Oh, look what you've done.
Let's take a quick break. We're sitting here at an hour right now. Let's take a quick break, and then let's talk about the champs bracket and what that looks like. Liam, this has been an excellent breakdown. I think this is like if you're a new horizontal driver, I think I might just like send them this podcast and say, these are the things that you need to know before you build or drive a horizontal. I think it's perfect. Let's take 5 minutes, and then we're going to be right back for our preview, speculation, I guess, of Champs 2025. Cool. Welcome back to Behind the Bots. We're here with Liam King, two-time Golden Dumpster winner. Liam King, just hot off of a fresh win. We're going to be breaking down the brackets going into champs, and I'm going to hold us to half an hour on this because I know this is
Good luck.
We could spiral out of control on this one. So we'll do 10 minutes. I'm limiting this to 10 minutes a weight class so that doesn't spiral into a coping session because I know it could. Okay.
All right.
Cool
Which one do you want to start with?
Oh wait.
I mean, we can go small and work our way up. Feels like
let's start
I feel like the
with
12s are
three.
gonna take. Yeah.
Sorry, you think 12s are gonna take the longest? Why do you say that?
Why?
I mean,
no. What?
I do threes. Yeah.
All right. Interesting matchups off the rip. Chainsaw Kitty could be facing Strike Point again. That's a big deal. They fought earlier this year. Sean won never to do the same thing twice. Chainsaw Kitty, his ice guy, always aggressive, great fighter. That could be a cool rematch. Brandon, what jumps out for you?
Honestly, I was curious about. I was trying to look for where is it? Where's Cold Snap? I was trying to find it.
We got Cold Snap Elytra.
Elytra, there it is. Yes. Okay, so near the top there. Yeah, I was curious about them because I was trying to think about Jelly Baby is the first buy, right? But Cold Snap is a big 30, not 30 pounder, big shuffle, big 3-pounder. So it's like a big body. And Elytra is very famous for just being super wide one, but also biting everything with a very aggressive shape on it. So I was curious how either of those could shape against Jelly Baby. And between the two of them, actually, I think Elytra.
Cold Snap bought Jelly Baby.
True, but again, that was like earlier in the year.
Jelly Baby.
Oh wait, did Elytra also?
Yeah, in the
final. Oh, really? They did. They both did.
This is really interesting. College and threes, guys. Come on.
Yeah,
dude.
I remember now.
Yes,
I'm a 30.
This was the competition I did not go to. Yeah, this was. I took a break for this one.
Yeah, because I was curious
this-
about what each one would do against the super duper low jelly.
Oh,
baby
so either
people.
way, it's going to be a rematch. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
I wonder
I
if
was trying to.
yeah,
I was
wonder
looking
what,
for that in the bracket somewhere. I figured that was going to
Mhm.
be coming in. Again, I think Paige is stupendous. The jelly baby defense against
Mhm.
them, just because angles on it. But
Yeah,
man,
from October.
like exactly,
Yeah.
like you get a second chance on there. Like, what do you do second shot? And I think that's the
I don't
question that
know.
both Cold Snap or Elytra have to ask themselves if they get jelly baby
Yeah.
in the following round.
Cold Snap is so cool. It's so big and it's proportionately just like huge in a way that like
Yeah.
I mean Buzz-kill is not like a huge robot.
No.
Xenomorph
This
in
is-
12s is kind of
Yeah,
like
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
Cold
I
Snap
like
is in
Cold Snap
3s.
because it's a
Scale-wise.
very cool undercutter. However, I swear this robot likes to destroy Leatherback's robots. I don't know what it is.
It does. Oh my goodness. The Leatherbacks have a
Dude.
terrible draw with Cold Snaps early in the day for tournaments. It's so sad. But also great
Yeah.
learning, but so sad.
Yeah. Yeah, Leatherbacks were kind of plagued by shuffling undercutters, but that's okay. Or weight bonus undercutters.
But the same
I love
yeah, because
Blade.
what I appreciate most about Cold Snap fights is that because it's a shuffler 30 pound. I keep saying 30 pound. Shuffler 3-pound robot. That means
Uh-huh.
that it has the ability to actually have like inertia to stay in place most times. Like I'm under the belief that 3-pounders have excess energy, and so they just move out of the way before they take tons of damage. So kind of like they press it against the wall. Like Cold Snap is one of the few cases where it's like if you do the right thing, it can just throw you around and continually upset you,
Look, he
or
does,
get on its
yeah.
head. Apparently, gyro lock itself.
he does this exact same thing you do, Liam. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
failed
the
itself,
shuffler.
right?
Yeah, I'm surprised the shufflers. Yeah, I know. It's so sad to watch. Hey,
Oh,
I'm not trying to flex here. Anything other than my robot trying to do that because
Yeah.
my robot's got the motor that wrenches it back around correct, but
I know.
yeah, that's so funny. I can't believe that those shufflers are fast enough in order to do that. That's crazy.
I mean, they're
Those things
zooming.
move.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the first round draw. I was curious about Elytra Cold Snap, just because I was curious how either one of them would rematch Jelly Baby, and so I think even in this fight, I'm sure Miles probably watched this more times than we have, and probably thought to himself, "Man, I want to be able to not repeat," but at the same time, Elytra, I'm sure, is equally violent. You're talking about like Giant Vert, Giant Horizontal in
Yep.
first rounds. Both kind of play a dangerous game.
Yeah.
If I was Miles, and I'm kind of tipping my cap as to my thought process for fighting control bots a little bit here, but I would be thinking about ways to make those shufflers more exposed. Like he's stuck here, like making those shufflers either bigger or removing the wheels. Oh wow. In the house box.
Hey, Ramp Buddy.
Oh.
Ramp right over Jelly Baby.
Those are gonna be too
Or
cool.
maybe like a thinner blade
Yeah.
to try to cut better so
Yeah.
it doesn't just bounce off.
Really,
It's tough.
the real problem is getting stuck upside down. I'm not gonna say anything past that as your strategy
Yeah.
for that. I'm not gonna reveal anything or my strategy for that matter. But
Yeah.
Jelly Baby always dominant, very well driven. Paige Clayfield,
Yeah.
great driver.
I'm also I'm excited to see Pine Victus versus Sad Octopus.
Yes.
rematch.
The
Yeah.
rematch.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny because Pine
my
Victus
gosh.
was able to kill Sad Octopus in one of the February, and
Yeah.
that was
Okay.
his qualifying event. But then since then, Sad Octopus went on and put on a very good show. Since then, I forget which comp, or he made it far in multiple comps afterwards, right?
Yeah. I remember he got to
remembering
the finals
correctly.
against Caldera mid-year. I think
Yes.
that was like May or something. I forget the exact date. I remember he just made a dangerous run. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I remember early Pine, early Sad, and that just being like an all-time banger. I think it was like interesting though. They might have fought more than once. I'm pretty sure this is the same Sad that goes on the rest of the year, but the first version of Sad, I think Pine like eliminated pretty quickly.
Pinevictus
I think they
is
might have
so
fought twice.
it's so
still.
reminiscent of like old school Lynx. It's so cool in that way.
Yeah, and I mean Pinevictus has also gotten an upgrade since the last time they've seen each other. So
True.
we'll see how it goes. And then after that, either one of them versus Repeater.
So
Jeez.
potential
Yeah.
feed in there with 3 Lynxes in a fight. Or
I know, right? I think the robot that looks like Lynx is gonna win.
I love the Lynx side of the bracket. Oh hell, we got Lynx. We got Lynx fight going again.
I know he's done great work to update Pine, make it really clean at the same time. Beat a ba, beat a ba, beat a ba. But we'll see.
Whatever happened to Lynx. I think Lynx is retired now.
Yeah, Calvin just had a nice time making money off of robots. Like, you know what? Maybe I'm good.
It's over.
I mean,
I
you win the world championship 3 times. I mean, what other glory is there?
Yeah.
And he funded Scar. Like, he paid for the new like he's done by numbers, I guess you could say he's made the most money off of fighting robots off anyone. Like you consider like he's made Lynx, and obviously refined Lynx than other robots with it. But you just think about just the Lynx line in its own right, and then the wins it's gotten from it. That's like enormous capital he's moved through that robot. It's awesome stuff. But yes, speeder bars.
Yep. How are we doing on time?
We're okay. We're gonna wrap up. Okay, we're gonna wrap up. Okay. That's threes. That's threes. Sorry, I just flicked myself in the eye with this piece of filament I was playing with, and then I watched it back on stream. I'm such an idiot. I can't wait to clip that. Oh god. Ow, that hurt. All right. Do you want to do 30s
or 12s next? Let's do 30s.
Let's do 30s.
Okay.
Let's do 30s.
All right.
I won't.
How are you looking, buddy?
Choosing against me. Personally, I'm just glad that they gave me the bone of moving Vorion and Phenomenon up besides the bracket. I was afraid of them pulling each other
first. What is Bang?
Dude, there's gonna be so many banger fights. Oh my god.
Here's the thing. I think that almost all of the 30-pound fights in the first round can be done within like a minute or a minute and a half.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They're going to be so violent. They're going to be so incredibly violent that they're all just going to die super fast. Like the first 2 shots, and it's like, all right, you lost drive and you lost weapon. Crawl for 2 minutes, or the other one loses nothing and destroys the other one like immediately.
Yeah, I'm excited for Dead Rise Kill Switch, and then into Chonky. That's gonna be exciting.
I was gonna watch this.
Personally, that is crazy.
And then
personally, I think that a Dead Rise Kill Switch fight is just gonna be massive violence. I think Dead Rise has absurd power. I think Kill Switch can also take it because Kill Switch is shuffler, so it has the extra bulk to take the hits over and over again. I think it's mainly just like violence, and the first one who stops spinning is the one who dies. I guess it's every kind of fight, but like particularly that fight, driving and not really being a big factor in it.
But yeah, I'm curious to see what either of them would do against Chonky. I know that Dead Rise has a big old wedge, but we'll have to see if he wins his first match, how it'll hold up. Also, I'm not sure if Kill Switch, I don't remember if they have like a full plow or something like that. I don't know. Because if they don't, then I think Chonky would definitely have the advantage. He would ride up, the Kill Switch would just ride up on the Chonky shell. So we'll see what happens.
If I were to think about them fighting a Chonky, I think either one, it's going to be lots of bite between like the Chonky coming almost normal to the beater bar and punching itself, or I think it's going to skip over it and sort of bounce off the edge of it. But you know,
Benguela's the big black dragon.
Benguela's mini black dragon. That's the short answer.
Yeah. How you feel about that one?
Yeah, how are you feeling about
that? I mean, personally, I have longer forks. And when you're driving against the robot that is longer forks, I feel, generally speaking, that if I can get to any side, I'll do what he just did. What Ticket just did against it. The part I'm worried about is them bending a fork, which I think is insta-death for me in any sort of fight. Because they have a wide beater for their weapon. And I think if I were to pull that, if I were to come not normal to them, I would die.
Mhm.
In a fight against Toro last event back in June, I think, I basically was like right normal to their weapon and instantly threw them up and punched them into the air. But the second that I was even slightly angled, they bent up one of the forks and almost killed it. So
Yeah.
in a sense, it's like if I line it up straight, he will certainly die first. And if I go at any angle, I will certainly bend a fork and be in the negative for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
They fuck Kablooey.
Yeah. And then
Just
we
like
got the
cameras.
potential for if Kablooey can best Goose, then we can get a Megatron Kablooey.
Let's
rematch.
go.
Ooh.
In
Okay.
the quals, like that's because I'm pretty sure that
Again,
the last time
crazy.
they fought, it was like late in the bracket.
It was, I
championship.
believe.
Wait, when did Goose qualify?
Goose beat me way back in February.
Oh,
Because Undertaker and
Ah.
Goose were both same school, and they came February and qualified really, really fast. That's why Undertaker fights Vorion there. That's a rematch too.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so same idea.
But-
It's like, okay, I have forks. Though Undertaker also has long forks because I saw at the Robo Brawl. That's probably
Mhm.
worse, and we could just fork each other. But the real fear is we
Yeah.
have Kazaa is our other like bracket body, and so I'm definitely
Yeah.
afraid of fire, and I don't have an answer yet on if fire or no fire, and that worries me daily.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is a big. That is a yeah. You're right. That is a big deal. That is a really big deal, especially while we're a week and a half out from competition.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there's still no indication. Let's see. You
Yeah.
peeped about that.
Yeah, because I'm thinking,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
because I like if you're Kazaa, like
Yep.
you live and die by that. Because I love
Yep.
him, like in terms of like really strong brick multi-bot. But if
Yep.
you have no way to aggress and you're fighting the beastliest 30-pounders in the whole world, you're probably gonna die. Or you might like control for a while, and you might not have like the most exciting fight, but like high odds someone nips the chassis, bends something, and it's just kaput.
Undertaker
make you very
fought
sad.
Kazaa earlier in the year too, and if I remember, just absolutely freaking ran through them too.
Ooh.
Let me
I
see
can
if
look
I
here.
remember correctly. Because like, see, this is possible. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Look at the freaking ceiling shake.
Dude, the forks are immediately gone on the other Kazaa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pain.
And even though they've got fire, it's like.
But yeah, like that's the kind of like life or death they have if they don't have a fire. Because even right now, like
Yeah.
at least the other one could say it has weapon, but this one with no fire and just pure vibes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of afraid what's going to happen is they're going to not get the reading until like the day before.
It's
And I
gonna
have
be
to just like buy
Wednesday
aluminum tape.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I have to like buy
that
aluminum tape
sucks.
and pray, and I'm going to be so scared.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is like one good pincer maneuver, and there's like no extra room in Vorion. So if there's heat in there, it's just gonna go right into the guts, and that's gonna be
Oh.
a fear.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. That's the chassis pulled out of the frame.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, so that could be an interesting rematch. Undertaker Vorion into. Well, but I'm hoping. Oh yeah.
I mean,
I was
yeah.
looking at that wrong. Possible rematch there.
Yeah.
Also, Red Storm Kratos.
Yo.
I feel like that could be interesting.
Yeah,
I really hope
Because,
they
you know-
will tune that blade.
Yeah.
I really hope that
An
blade's
overhead.
like gotten more reliable with time. I love the idea. Like it's beautiful engineering.
Mm-hmm.
And Red Storm's
Yeah.
a robot where you decapitate it. That's like a very direct way to just get a good
Yeah,
win
'cause-
condition going.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine if the Kratos can like skip over Red Storm's wedge and hit the grappling mechanism, then yeah,
Yeah, it
that
looks
could be
like
interesting. And then into Emulsifier Emperor.
Wait. You're telling me that Red Storm could go into Emulsifier in like the
Qual
free
2?
bracket?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That's
dude.
like a finals.
Those are
fight.
finals.
Yeah, that's like
final.
a finals fight. So Kratos had
It's
some
just-
problems with
yeah.
it, the most recent event. What happened? Let's see. We're spinning. We're doing the thing. Oh, that's
Chain. That's chain. That's the chain.
And kill. Yeah.
Chain and kill. Lots of leftover inertia though. And there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And kill. Yep. Unfortunate.
But I'm noticing that so that was his last fight, was against Benguela. But if
Yeah.
I were guessing, they probably could look at that, and they've probably been slow tuning it because it hasn't been super damaged from that last fight. So I have to imagine they've been trying to tune that at a clutch, would do whatever they have to make it more reliable. Because then you're going into a potential emulsifier.
Yeah.
Oh, you best lock in.
Yeah, yeah. Man, Red Storm versus Emulsifier, that could be really, really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Waddle's 4-letter into Little Ash Macabot.
So, here's the thing with Little Ash and Macabot.
Yep.
First of all, love Little Ash, but I don't think that robot's actually been punched in the face seriously. I don't think ever. When I went west to the RCL finals, I did not see it take much damage at all. It was very expertly driven, and the April run was kind of sad.
Yep.
It had 2 forfeits and right into the bracket, and then died in the finals because it just turned off. It's pretty rough. But I think about Macabot, I'm like, that's a stupidly big beater. So he has to take a hit at some point or another. That robot's gonna get hit in the face.
After having a conversation with him, though, I'm so excited to see it drive and see everything that he was talking about with I remember from that episode him talking about he doesn't drive with braking so that he can drift better, and how cool that. And once you kind of see it, it makes so much sense, the way that this robot moves. So I'm excited to see that because I wasn't looking out for that last time. So
yeah, I think he's probably one of the least studied NHRL side fights you have for a robot that's in the finals.
Yeah.
Because one event and an event had 2 forfeits to get in the bracket. That's kind of rough. But at the same time, it's probably the most stealthily good machine that could show up there and just dark horse for its way to the field. If I'm right.
All right, that's my 10-minute timer for 30s. 10-minute timer over.
Nice.
All right.
Good luck, boys.
On to the good luck, guys.
On to the Crane
Welcome
Fest.
to hell. All right, aka the 12-pound bracket. All right. You go first, Liam, because I know which fights I'm looking for in the first gauntlet here, Qual 1 and Qual 2.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. The fights. Okay, so I guess I could talk about me. So I'm either gonna fight Sievert or Adamant Barrage. So I am happy about either of those fights. I think I'm going in with an advantage, but you definitely can't count either of them out. I fought Sievert before at Hive Hysteria, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm also, I don't know. I feel like the big fight that I'm looking forward to seeing is the potential of Promheta versus Carmen. That will be a big match, and I have a feeling that you care a lot about that match too.
Yeah, so that match basically feeds. So if I win this one, I go into this slot here, and then the person who goes into this slot comes from Q37, which is fed by this one here and that one here. So that's why I care a lot, is because it sends a very high seed to fight Q37 versus someone who gets a low seed and a bye here. So it's kind of I'm probably going to end up thinking about it. I'll probably fight winner of Q2W7 in the first round of 16. I've already prepped my family for this possibility because they're all coming from Louisville, Kentucky. I said, no, they're like, we need you to do really well because we're all flying up. and I'm like, oh, jeez. Yeah, right.
No. You gave them one of the worst.
Yeah, the worst. Just no. And they're mostly joking when they say that.
Sure.
But I could very well, and I've already prepared for this emotionally. I could see a maximizer 1-1 here, where I win one of the fights here in Qual, and then I lose out in the round of 16 here. So
Yeah,
it could be
but the
it could
thing
be
is
a
that-
great season with a terrible end here for Maximizer. I'm totally prepared for it. So we'll
And
see.
the thing is that you're kind of soul locked to them, to
I
either
am.
Promheta, likely Promheta or Carmen, because
Yep.
even if Mine and Plusle manage to beat you, then there's a chance you'll be fighting the winner.
Yeah,
of
right.
The two. So
Right.
it's
Right.
kinda,
I end up here. Yeah, right. These 4 robots their outcomes are kind of tied to each other. So we'll see what happens. Not in the Maximizer storyline, but could be very interesting for the day. And this is a fight that might not stand out to you. It stands out to me. Caldera 12 versus Xenomorph. Why does this stand out to me?
Yes, that's going to be a big fight.
This is a
Honestly,
big. This fight could be a big one. And why do I say that? There are very few robots on the field that can successfully hit Slam Plan's frame. Xenomorph is one of them, okay? If Xenomorph ends up in this slot here, it could mean an early loss for Slam Plan, which would send it to the other side of the bracket. Where
it would send it to me. I would be very sad.
It would send it to you. It would send it to you. That's why it matters for you, okay?
Yes.
It's going to send it to the same side of the bracket as Full Court. It's going to send it to the same side of bracket as Void, as me, as Carmen, robots that might be ready to fight it.
I guess
I really need
this
Slam
is
Plan to
really interesting. This is really interesting. Okay. This is really interesting. If Xenomorph manages to beat Caldera and then manages to beat Slam Plan, it's the underdog going into both of those fights. It could be really interesting. Likewise, I know Slam Plan beat Caldera 12 back in June. Or no, that was like October of last year. It was something like that.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
It was a very long time ago. I think
they did fight. You're right about that.
I think that was a closer fight than it looked. Okay. I think that was a fight that could have reasonably gone either way. Where is it?
Control F.
Why is it not?
Okay.
Here?
Interesting. Maybe he fought huge and we're mistaking it as Slam Plan.
No, it was definitely Slam Plan.
Why didn't?
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. October. October 24. It was another page. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I think this was I was cage side for this fight. I was doing a little video help for Brendan, and that was great. It was a disgusting display of power out of Slam Plan, but I feel like it could have easily gone the other way.
Slam Plan's one side of the bracket, but huge side
like
the other.
That first hit,
isn't there a chance
it's not like that looked really bad for Caldera. Like he got launched here, but fundamentally, all he lost was a little wheel armor, and Slam Plan's wheels really damaged. So
but the interesting thing about it is normally as a horizontal, it's you thinking about it intuitively, you'd want to be able to have the weapon hook around and bite the outside of the wheel. But it seems but when we after watching this fight, I don't know, because the problem is that whenever you hook around and you bite the wheel, if the wheel kind of absorbs the hit, it torques the robot's body into the weapon cavity, if that makes sense. When the weapon slows down, it torques the body, and that's exactly what happened to Caldera there. So it's kind of do you hit the inside of the wheel? Do you hit the outside?
You want to hit the outside of the wheel. It's very counter. We're back to horizontal driving lessons with Jake and Liam. Yeah, you want to hit the outside of the big wheel's wheel, because then you don't get fed.
No. That's what I'm saying. Caldera hit the outside, but that torqued his chassis into the body.
Yeah, he brought himself
into the weapon.
There,
sorry, it torqued the body into the weapon cavity. So you want to hit
into Slam Plan.
Yeah, so you'd want to hit the inside.
Also,
depends on
huge
which
for
way
Synthesis
it's
12.
rotating. You want to hit like the
Yeah.
left wheel or the right wheel. It depends.
Oh,
on how,
yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah. I'm trying to remember our conversation. We'll talk about this after the stream.
Also,
Yeah.
huge for Synthesis 12. Culvert versus Big Wheel.
Yeah.
Another like a mirror pairing to Xenomorph and Slam.
Also interesting is we're seeing more. So we saw Big Promheta versus Grandeur. Promheta now has an attachment.
Yeah, I want Promheta and Slamplan to be on the same side of the bracket.
Yeah, because I want to see how effective this is, and I know Zach wants to too. It's kind of like when you build a worst case scenario config and then it ends up being like pretty good, and then you're like, okay, now I want to use this like all the time.
Yeah, it's like Big a Fish.
Yeah, right.
Merlin.
You get excited to run it, right? Because like this works so good.
It's always great to turn your bad matchup into a good one.
Yes, yeah,
that's
and that's
so
exactly what this is. So I would be very interested to see this against Slamplan. I think it turns in basically it turns a fight where Zach like has no chance into a fight where Zach has a chance, and like that's always
Pretty
interesting,
decent
right?
one.
I think it's totally decent. I think it's totally decent. With how easily he removed that wheel, yeah, I think it's totally decent.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he gets a direct shot in Slamplan, that could be very dangerous.
Yep.
But I'm also curious if the camber of Slamplan has an impact on that, though.
Yep.
I'm curious if that'll be resistant in a different way.
Yep. So that
10 minutes.
Yeah, and we're right at 10 minutes. Okay, so those are the fights I'm excited for. Okay.
But if you want any other last points about that, just since it's probably like the last big thing we're gonna be doing, is I have a robots around the world for this one. It's like
right.
a few more minutes on that.
Let's do robots around the world, and then.
Oh, I didn't have one. That's what I was saying.
You didn't have one? Oh, okay, that's fine.
Nah, I gave more time for this. I figured, big point.
Yes, since a little news. Okay. Since we'll be doing bracket stuff. Okay, Liam, it was great seeing you. It was great talking to you. Thank you very much for being on our stream. I'm very excited to see Buzz-kill's performance next week. I'm very excited for the potential matchup between Buzz-kill and Maximizer to determine who goes on as I don't know, whatever.
We'll see.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought. My timer went off.
Who's the real horizontal king?
Who's the real horizontal?
Yeah.
No.
We'll see. I don't know.
I already know that you're gonna win when we fight.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Your robot's pretty tough.
You're gonna win the first fight, and then I'm gonna win the second. That's what's gonna happen.
Maybe Maximizer Buzz-kill grand final.
I don't know. We'll see.
We're gonna end up.
We'll see. If I end up having to fight Slamplan in the round of 16, I might be a sad boy.
Yeah,
but
we might both be out in the round of 16. I think.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's.
I don't know. I think if
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, and then I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. We're running out of easy fights. There are no easy fights anymore. They're all bad. They're all bad. Oh no.
Yeah, this is why I have 2 robots. Your second chance shot.
One gets out, you just got one more. All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great finals viewing experience. This is Behind the Bots. Thank you guys.